they weren't chosen by accident. Jurors in Disguise, a jury investigations podcast, exposes jurors who lied their way onto the jury to secure a guilty verdict. Each episode, owner and founder MaryRose Peterson pulls back the curtain on real cases, revealing misconduct buried in lies beyond the gavel. Visit us on YouTube at youtube.com/@juryinvestigations.
Hello and welcome to another podcast of Jurors in Disguise. My name is MaryRose Peterson and I own Covert Ops Jury Investigations. What do? I'm glad you asked. We investigate juries to find the one or more jurors who lied during jury selection so that they would be chosen and could then ensure that our clients were convicted. In this podcast, I'm going to be one of the millions in the world who are weighing in on the Lindsay Clancy trial, aka the accused killer mom trial, according to the media. It has been abundantly clear to me, as I'm sure it has to you, that this courtroom, like all courtrooms, has become a stage. This is theater at its finest, folks. Unbelievable. You've got a director, you've got a producer, you've got actors, you've got props, you have an audience, you have scripts. The first scene at the jury selection opens with the judge standing next to his chair, not sitting in his chair. Here's a visual. What? I've never seen that before. That was a first for me. And he does this daily. The next thing that everyone seems to be talking about are the bows in the prosecutor's hair. One of the prosecutors. Now, I'm not going to belabor the point because it has been talked about ad nauseum online. I took this quote directly from the video. This is what she said. She was talking about the little girl, of course. And she said she loved sparkly dresses and wearing bows in her hair. What has she worn every day, but apparently 2 of the days? A bow in her hair. It is reminiscent of a little girl's hairstyle. And that's exactly what this prosecutor is wearing. I think my favorite is the white bow, because it's stark contrast to the god-awful ugly suits she's been wearing. There were many times where she walked up to the witness box to address the witness face to face. In this particular one, I'm sure you will recall, where she's going to look at evidence. So she's struggling to get those black plastic gloves on her hands. She gets the gloves on and picks up the evidence bag. Now again, her back is to the jury, which is over here. The witness is over here, and she's talking to him. Keep in mind it's a male. She tears open the bag, and oh, what does she find? Lindsay Clancy's tank top that she had on when they found her in the yard. She's holding this up in front of the male witness. He is about a foot away from this tank top at this point. Back to the jury, bow in her hair. If that wasn't bad enough, then she pulls out Lindsay's jeans that she was wearing that night. And then the final, she pulls out Lindsay Clancy's bra, holds it up in front of the male witness, and asks him to identify it. Ooh! This prosecutor is the one sitting next to the jury box. Here's one prosecutor, here's the other prosecutor. This one with the hair bows is sitting next to the jury. That was strategic. That was intentional. I think we've all speculated enough as to why she's wearing the hair bows. Come on, we're not stupid. We know why she's wearing hair bows in her hair. And of course, we have the defense attorney, who I will try to remain neutral, but I have to say, I do love the charts. I love charts. That is the chart that we used in Martin's case. I'm confident that you've seen this picture. Live with passion. Laugh and sing. Break the rules. Chase your dreams, don't follow them. Happiness is a choice. Right. But do they really have to sit in front of Lindsay Clancy throughout the rest of the trial after they've already been referred to? Yeah, they do. Why? Because they're props. Good ones, I might add. All of this is designed to create an environment where emotions are being brought to the surface. Here's my concern. Those 18, all of them, have been sequestered together for over a month now. Many of them are like me, they're private. They're not going to talk about their private lives, but they are going to talk about the case. I know the judge admonished them not to, but I'm telling you, from a jury four-person standpoint, you do it anyway. You're going to talk about the case. You're not going to wait till you actually start deliberating. And those alternate jurors, they're going to give you their opinion. They're going to speak into it because that's what people do. Is Lindsay Clancy guilty? I don't know. I wasn't there. Did her husband have something to do with it? Did his new wife have something to do with it? I don't know. I will say that the timelines certainly look suspect. That's another thing about those timelines. Have you noticed that different people post the exact same bullet points disputing the timeline of Patrick Clancy? Different people, same script. Is that in order to cause reasonable doubt? I don't know, but I believe it's worked. I have reasonable doubt. Do you? The next stage of this trial that has my attention will be when the verdict is delivered. Will she be declared not guilty by reason of insanity? Will she be found guilty? I don't know. What I do know is that this courtroom is a stage, like all courtrooms. And this trial is theater. Was it truly necessary for the prosecution to deliberately detail the trauma and the suffering and the manner in which these little children died? No. But again, you are there to put on a show. It's my opinion that if someone dies by strangulation, that's all that needs to be said. To exploit that to the point where an accused mother breaks down and sobs to the point of being inconsolable, shame on you. Shame on you. You are that desperate to win? Yes, they are. It's a show. So if you want to elicit emotion, that's the way to do it. Describe in horrific detail how these children died. The goal is to make it easier for the juror or jurors sitting on that jury to go back into that deliberation room and convince everyone. All you have to do is bring up what the coroner talked about or the doctor talked about and say, let's not forget how these children died. She's already admitted that she killed them. Let's not forget. It was horrifying. It was shocking. It was traumatic. It was painful. They suffered. They suffered. Do we care about her suffering compared to those 3 children? That is why I believe the prosecution elicits that revolting, disgusting testimony, is to give the biased juror or jurors more ammunition, emotional ammunition when they get into that deliberation room, so they can quickly and easily convince the others to vote guilty. If Lindsay Clancy is found guilty, it is my professional opinion that if you investigate the jury, you will find that at least one of those 12 who deliberated was not who they pretended to be during jury selection. They pretended to be someone else so that you would choose them. If you know someone who's been wrongly convicted by a jury and needs our help, you will find our contact information at the end of this video. I thank you for watching and listening. Thank you for liking and subscribing and sharing this video so others can hear about what we do and hopefully be helped. Remember, the courtrooms may be silent, but we won't be. We will speak up, we will speak out, and we will always speak the truth. Thank you and God bless.
All it takes is one to convict an innocent person. One Trojan juror, one biased agenda, one hidden motive. That's why we investigate juries. We identify the sinister players and expose them. Jury investigations. Our #1 objective is to get you back into the courtroom, because a guilty verdict doesn't have to be the end of the story.